Well, I'll probably have to set some stuff up in a bit.
Yeah. I mean, if you want, we can just do takeoff, landing, all of that.
Yeah, we can try that.
Start with the basics.
Yeah,
Go
might
from
as
there.
well.
That's how they do it in real life. They don't teach you combat till you can take off and land without exploding.
Yeah.
It was behind me a little bit.
Dagwood wants me to sit
All
my
right,
ass
which
up.
way in the intersection am I taking?
You're going the right way. Take a right, and then take a left on the taxiway. Go all the way to the end.
Yep.
Unless, of course, you want the wind to go in the wrong way, then you take a right and go to that end of the roadway. Doesn't really matter because we're not flying Cessnas.
That's got a little more weight on it.
Yeah,
Just a little bit.
a little more thrust too.
I think one of the fuel tanks weighs more than the Cessna.
Probably.
I mean, when you're taking off in a Cessna, you have to take off into the wind. When you're taking off in an F-15, you kind of don't give a shit.
All right, so what did you say was the bind for flaps?
Your flaps are already down. It's the F key.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Oh, I know I might. Slowing down. Okay.
Yep.
It's okay. We're just gonna drift it.
And that's the W key for your wheel brakes.
There we go.
I don't know how good you are at hitting your keyboard with an Oculus on.
Well, I have one hand on the keyboard and one hand on the joystick right now.
Oh, that's even better. Maybe you can shift around your key bindings so they're focused on facade.
Yeah, so you said my flaps are already down.
They should be. Let me pull up behind you and check. Yep, flaps are down.
Alright, I guess I'll just give it some juice.
Yep, give it as much as you want. When the speed, which is going to be the left side of the HUD, hits 150, you want to pull up until that little W thing, the witch hat, is at 10 degrees.
Ooh, she's moving around.
Enfield 1-1, Overlord 1-1, pop-up group 132-450 at 500.
And once you're off the ground, bring up your flaps and gear.
133-480 at 500, cold. Enfield 1-1, Gudata, you are cleared for takeoff when ready. Climb 300 at QFE 29.85.
Alright, I brought my gear in, I think.
Yep, your gear's up.
I mean, you really don't have to worry about it if you intend to land. Because if you overspeed your landing gear, it doesn't hold up very well when you go to land. I learned that quite a few times.
130-470 at 500, flanking.
Alright, I'm gonna take a right turn and make sure I'm not heading into the...
Well,
Well,
nothing here is going to shoot you down.
Yeah, there's no hostiles. I mean, there's hostiles, but they don't have weapons.
Enfield 1-1, Overlord 1-1, pop-up group 130-480 at 500, hot.
I'm gonna join on you.
I definitely need to spend some time adjusting the loudness of some of the alarms.
I don't know if you can adjust that in this one. I know what you mean, though. When I get in the A10, I immediately just wind the RWR thing all the way down. I don't want to hear that shit.
So you're going in for ground attacks, though. I think my flaps are up. No, they're not. Are they? I can't really tell.
Well, I'll join on you and tell you. Just gotta get a little closer, that's all. Ooh, you're really accelerating.
What'd you say?
You're really accelerating.
I brought back the throttle a bit. But I guess
There we go, I'm starting to catch up now.
I'll bring it back a little more.
Yeah, you get a lot of thrust out of these birds. It doesn't take much. Your flaps are up. Oh, I'm gonna
Oh, I can
overshoot you a
tell
bit.
this is an old joystick because there's like a bit of like wiggle here in the middle. That's not very fun.
Enfield 1-1, Overlord
Good,
1-1.
my favorite one to start out for the price was the Thrustmaster T15000 or whatever it's called. The only thing you got to do is buy some silicone grease or something and grease up the throttle rails, and then after that you'll be good to go. That was the one I used for quite a while before I really started getting into this, and then I was just like, oh, I don't have enough buttons.
That's exactly the same thing with sim racing.
That was really because I wanted to master the A10. If I didn't want to do that, I would have been fine with it. But I was just like, oh, I need more buttons.
I'm on your right, Gator.
Yeah, I see ya. Probably gonna drop down a little bit. I want to see some scenery.
Okay.
Enfield 1-1, Overlord 1-1, pop-up group 143-460 at 500, cold.
Just pay mine to your fuel because Brian didn't give us any fuel tanks.
Where's the fuel gauge?
Okay, it's going to be on your dashboard in the bottom right corner. It'll say fuel Q2Y. When it hits 3,000, it's time to go home.
I'm gonna look at it when I'm not heading towards the ground. All right.
Yep.
Here we go. Oh boy. Uh-oh, I am frozen.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm back.
Yeah, that happens to Brian too. Yeah, you wanna tweak your graphics settings, but unfortunately, unless you have a lot of RAM and a solid state drive, that's gonna be a thing. Brian gets that all the time. Especially
So is total pounds what I'm looking at?
yeah, total.
Okay, it's saying that I'm at like just over 11,000 right now.
Yeah, that's good. You'll be good for a while, as long as you're not using Afterburner. And some general rules of thumb: if you want to conserve fuel, climb.
Higher altitude, less throttle.
Well, not necessarily, as your fuel burn rate goes down, and there's also less air resistance, so you can get more fuel mileage in high altitude. The downside is you have no authority, so if you got to dodge a missile, you're just kind of screwed.
Yeah.
It's like down on the deck, you have very good control of the airplane. You can get really high speed, but you're burning tons of fuel. And then high up in the atmosphere, you got great efficiency, but missiles are going to dominate you.
Vulnerable.
Yeah. And it's the opposite for missiles. So if you got a missile inbound, dropping down sometimes will usually help. Because missiles, their rockets work better at high altitude than low altitude.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to probably take the joystick apart because there's a bit of a wiggle. If you can see this, like this is
I can see the wiggle.
the joystick is just moving like freely by itself. There's no like resistance in the middle here.
Oh, you gotta
You can
stretch
set
out
your dead zone.
Yeah, but
Until then.
oh yeah, I can. It's just this bit of movement that I'm not like.
Actually, I would recommend adjusting the curve, not the dead zone. Dead zone feels terrible. But you can set the curve to, was it positive 20?
Yeah, that's how I have mine set.
And a lot of people like having curve on their axes. I don't. But
What is the curve? Like, what does that do?
It puts more sensitivity in the, or less sensitivity in the center, so you have very fine control in the center of your stick. And then as you get closer to the far extents, you have more sensitivity.
Yeah, because that'll probably help because like this all in the middle, like I'm not meaning to, like if I just let it go, it's gonna start like it just lays to one side.
Yeah. But yeah, if you go into, of course you want to level out first. Let's see, can you just hit A for autopilot in this thing? Does something. I don't know what it does. Okay, whatever. Yeah, in the adjust controls, axis commands, you can right click on your bound axis and then tune axis combo. And then where it says curvature, you can just type in or move it to where it's a positive 20. And that will reduce the sensitivity at the center of the axis. Hey,
I'll
Cheney.
probably have to do it on the ground. It's
Well, let's get
not
you on the
gonna-
ground then.
all right.
Find an airport. Where's the nearest one? Sochi, which is from your current position. If I can get the ruler to work. Thank you for the follow, Dagwood. It'd be
Probably gonna head down and
heading of 197 for 18 nautical miles. Take you to Sochi Adler. And your bearing is the top strip, so that would be 19.
all right. So yeah, we're heading this way.
Hey, Bert. Thank you for the follow. I'm sorry, I just had to do that. So I see Bert, I gotta go, hey, Bert. No bomb dropping. Doing some basic training.
Enfield 1-1, Overlord 1-1.
Trying to remember
137 for 100 at 5. Enfield 1-1.
where the angle of attack indicator is for landing on this without actually putting my gear down.
At 500 cold.
I guess I'll just drop my gear. Ooh, wrong button. See where it pops up. I can give you a quick guide through before you actually start landing.
I sped right past you.
Yeah, I know. I gotta slow down. You gotta get to around 200 before you drop your landing gear. Because, like I said, you really don't want to overspeed your landing gear.
How do you hit up the brake?
B key.
E.
B. Bravo. Okay, gear and flaps. Where's my angle of attack indicator? Where do I even get one?
Enfield 1-1, Overlord 1-1, pop-up group.
I see the landing strip.
At 500
Yep.
hot.
Now I'll go ahead and start descending. Oh, this thing does not give me a ball. That sucks. All right.
Where did you? The speed is the indicator on the left with like the slide, right?
Yeah, the leftmost large
So
one.
you said what speed am I trying to land at?
You want to get below 200 before you drop your gear.
Okay.
You don't want to overspeed it. Now, on all the full modules, when you drop your gear, it will turn on the angle of attack indicator for landing, which is basically a real easy way to tell if you're going too fast or too slow for your weight. But for some reason, this one doesn't have one, or if it does, it's nowhere near the HUD, which is
I'm kind of excited to buy like a full module because I feel like it'd just be easier to have my thing here in the cockpit clicking stuff.
It is. It's a lot better. I mean, it's way more to learn, but it's more fun too.
I can't tell. Is the landing strip is the one facing towards the sea, correct?
There's 2 landing strips. Pick which one you want. I would recommend the longer of the 2. Gives
Yeah,
you
I'm gonna.
more room for error.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue heading this way a little bit, and then kind of just. All right, I'm below 200. I'm gonna take out the landing gear if I can find it.
G key.
Overlord 1-1. Pop-up group 13548.
And then flaps would be the F key.
500. Cold.
Is gonna be the what?
F key, Foxtrot.
They go down? Yes, they did. Oop.
And be careful of your speed. You don't want to go too slow. You'll stall and find the ground real fast. Alright, you want to guide him in, Brian?
Sure.
I feel like you'd be the better instructor for this because you're actually on his wing and I'm not.
Okay. I'm pulling in front of you. You're going to see me in just a second, okay?
Okay.
All right, you see me?
Yeah.
All right. Hold it at about 200. Or at least over 200. Just a little over 200.
Yep, I'm there right now.
Now, do you see a little bracket on the left-hand side?
No.
Kind of looks like a sideways field goal post.
Nope.
For
some reason, this one doesn't have it. At least mine
Okay.
doesn't. Do you have it, Gator?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
All right. Well, just keep your little circle pipper. Yeah, perfect. There you go. Yeah, just pull idle on your throttle. You're gonna have to go around.
Yeah.
Pull your landing gear back up.
Did it go back up? I think I grabbed G.
I'll be able to tell you in just a second.
Look bottom left right under the monitor. You'll see a red handle. It should be
Yeah.
up and the 3 lights should be off. That means your gear's up.
The
Okay,
landing gear
there.
is still down.
There we go. They're off.
And likewise,
Alright.
your flap indicator's there too.
How much fuel do you have left?
Plenty.
Okay. Just leave your speed brake where it's at then. Less stuff you have to worry about right now.
Yeah. I'm gonna come back around and try the same approach.
Okay.
I think a good landing speed for our weight, Brian, just for your personal reference, is going to be about 180.
180. All right.
Yeah, that seems to be right about a good spot for the angle of attack. And then, of course, as you get closer, bring it down to 170, 160. Yeah, I'm kind of miffed this thing doesn't have the indicators. That's
Okay, straighten out. If it helps, I can tell you when you should turn. If you want.
Yeah.
Okay. Turn a little bit to your right. To your right. Keep turning right. Keep banking right. Okay, that's good. Level out. Not sure where you went
I'm looking for you.
All right, just turn left.
I'm under.
Heading.
I'm to your right back.
Okay, turn left 300.
Actually, you could probably do it at 160, 170, Brian. That
There we go,
area
I'm at 30.
for speed. I'm kinda,
Then grabbing another turn, I presume.
Oh, okay. Hey, do you see that little circle with the 3 lines sticking out of it? That angle of attack, Pepper?
Yeah.
Aim that right at the beginning of the runway, and hold your speed at 180.
Yeah, my gear. There we go.
and as you get closer, you want to let it slow down to about 160 before you hit the ground. So just gently bring the throttle in a little bit until you start seeing it slow. You don't want to slow it too fast.
Oh, I bounced.
That's okay. Everybody bounces at first. Nice.
There we go.
All right, have a good one, Dagwood. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for the follow. Bounce is okay as long as nothing breaks.
I don't think much broke. If it did.
Overlord 1-1. Pop-up group 130. 490 at 500. Cold.
Now pull your stick all the way back while you're hitting your brakes. It keeps the pressure off your front wheel.
Oh, okay.
Also adds more drag. Your elevators act as extra speed brakes.
I might have broken something, but I don't think
That's
it's.
okay.
Don't think it's too bad. Nothing the crew chief
Enfield
can't
1-1.
fix.
Overlord 1-1. Pop-up group 125. 480 at 500.
College education to fly it, high school
Overlord
education to fix it.
1-1. Pop-up group 123.
Just keep in mind, you might have to buy some beers if you broke it real bad.